Imagine killing your husband and making a key storybook about it. Well, this woman did it and we are going to talk about it today. And yes, this did in fact happen. Hello true crime lovers, my name is Soki. Welcome to my YouTube channel. At the point of making this video, I'm currently at 1 subscriber, but a subscribe from you will actually push me to my target audience. Anyway, back to the video. This story starts in a small town in Utah, and it starts with a couple called Eric and Kouri. Eric was a successful businessman, while Kouri, an ambitious wife, was a local real estate agent who was into flipping houses. They lived in a wonderful home in Utah, and they had 3 thriving boys. And to everyone, they seemed like the perfect American dream. To everyone, they looked pretty successful. But that was not the case. You see, Eric's business was going well. He was a successful business owner. But Kouri, on the other hand, was not doing so well because the real estate market was not favoring her. And because of that, she had no one else to turn to but to Eric to borrow her money. But after some time, Eric got tired of lending her money because she was not good with money. And because of that, he told her that he was not going to be supporting her again with money. By this time, Kouri was already $2 million in debt. And because Eric said that he was no longer going to be giving her money, she decided that she was going to start stealing from. Now, how did she steal from Eric? You see, Kouri is Eric's account manager, and because of her position, she started altering and forging his signature so as to take money from his account. And if that was not enough, she went ahead to take out an almost $2 million life insurance policy on his head without his consent. Now, it didn't take long before Eric found out that Kouri was stealing from him. And when he did, he was totally heartbroken, and every trust that he had for Kouri was gone. So he secretly met with his lawyer to remove Kouri's name as the sole beneficiary of his will and estate, and then replaced Kouri's name with his sister's name. Kouri, on the other hand, didn't know what was going on, and to her, she was growing impatient because she couldn't wait to cash out on that life insurance policy that she had on Eric's head. By this time, Kouri had already made up her mind that she was going to kill and murder her husband, Eric. And on February 2022, on Valentine's Day, she put her plan into action. Kouri goes to their house help and requests for a painkiller medicine called fentanyl, which she intends to use and kill him. Apparently, she intends to overdose him. She then goes ahead and makes his favorite sandwich and puts up to 5 doses of that fentanyl inside the sandwich. And immediately Eric eats the sandwich, he falls to the ground. But luckily for Eric, he had this survival instinct and he was not ready to die. So immediately he goes for their son E-pen and uses it to stab himself. And that was how he was able to survive the first attempt. And after that, Eric texts his sister and says, "I think my wife is trying to kill me. Put that in mind." 17 days later, on the 3rd day of March 2022, Kouri decides that she's going to try to kill Eric again. And it was in the night, and she has successfully rounded and closed a real estate deal. So she was in the mood to celebrate. So she makes for him a Moscow and puts the ×10 of the amount that she put earlier in that drink. And after he drank it, he went to sleep, and that was how he died. In the night around 3 a.m., Kouri pretended and made a call to 911 telling them that her husband was dead. And when they came there, they confirmed him dead. And for her alibi, she literally told them that she was in her kid's room because one of her sons had a very bad dream. So she was there to keep him company and she slept there. After Eric's death, Kouri played the role of a grieving mother and wife so well that she even wrote a storybook for children, Are You With Me?, which talks about how to deal with grief of losing your father. The book made her so popular that she was now seen on local interviews and newspapers. And as the fame was coming, so were doubts coming. Unknown to Kouri, the police were still looking into her case. And as her storybook was going popular and viral, the police got an intel that would actually lead them into solving this murder mystery. They were told by somebody that Kouri was the person that killed her husband with fentanyl. And so they decided to monitor her. They started investigating properly, and that was when they discovered toxicology report, and then they saw the chat between her and the housekeeper. And on the day of Eric's death, there were a lot of deleted text messages between her and the housekeeper, and that was how she was eventually arrested. On March 2026, she stood trial at City Park. The prosecution framed her for blood assassination of her husband, driven by money as her motive. The defense, on the other hand, raised the issue that the prosecution was not able to adduce enough evidence against her. At the end of the day, she was sentenced to life imprisonment without the option of parole. and that was her story. If you like this, please do well to subscribe and tell me what other story you would love me to cover. Bye.